Hello everyone. Today I want to share with you a problem from the year 2004 of Chinese Mathematics Olympiad. Let's look at the question first. If the larger root of this equation, 2003 times x all square minus 2002 times 2004x minus 1 equals 0 is m, being the larger root, and the smaller root of x squared plus 2002x minus 2003 is 0 is n, you are asked to find the value of m minus n. So we have two equations, two quadratic equations, and we are asked to find the difference of two roots, one being the larger root of the first equation, and the other one is the smaller root of the second equation. So since we have two equations, so let's divide the paper into two halves. So let's take a look at the first equation. We have 2003 times x all square minus 2002 times 2004x minus 1. The trick here is to recognize a very interesting fact. Without the quadratic equation is this. If we have something like this, 2003 squared minus 2002 times 2004, so we have a number in this fashion. So the difference of these two numbers is 2, and then the one in the middle is actually this square. We can try to rewrite this as 2003 squared minus, okay, that's an interesting trick. 2002 is 2003 minus 1. 2004 is 2003 plus 1. And here, this is the difference of squares factorization. So this becomes 2003 squared minus 1 squared. And naturally, the 2003 squared cancel out. So the answer is just 1. Okay, that's a very important fact to help us to solve this equation. Why is that? Well, we just recognize we have a pattern here. And if x equals 1, then we can apply this pattern, because if x equals 1, we have exactly this situation. 2003 squared minus 2002 times 2004 minus 1 equals, okay, so if x equals 1, we have this, and this, the first part of the expression we have calculated to be 1, minus 1 is 0. What does that mean? In the sense of this quadratic equation, it means that x equals 1 is the root of this. So this equation can be rewritten as two factors. One being x minus 1, okay? And then we have something else. Okay, this is not that difficult because we can do it by observation, trial and error, whatever you like. And you can find that the other factor is just 2003 squared times x plus 1. Okay, if you multiply this out, you get this equation back. So we have factorized this equation successfully, which means that we know the two roots. In fact, we know that x equals 1, which we have found already, or x equals minus 1 over 2003 squared. Okay, but in this situation, we are asked to find the larger root of this. Which one is larger? This is a negative number, so this one is larger. So this means m equals 1. Okay, and then we are looking for the smaller root of the second equation. Second equation is x squared plus 2002x minus 2003 equals 0. We cannot apply this trick anymore. However, okay, knowing that 1 is the root here, we'll try an error just by observation. Indeed, x equals 1, again, is a root for this equation. So we can factorize it as x minus 1 times something equals 0. And again, a simple observation will tell us that this is in fact just x minus 2003. Okay, here we have two roots again, x equals 1 or x equals 2003. And we are looking for the smaller root Which one is smaller? Well, 1 is smaller, so n equals 1. Hence, the value of m minus 1, just 1 minus 1, which is 0. So that's our answer.